So the YouTube going in.
Yeah.
They said love. Or this mom watch.
Yeah, so we in there.
Alright.
So we it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna let it build up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be a phenomenal, one of them great shows, those epic moments. Yeah, as y'all come in. Let's see this. All right. Yes, peace family, peace to everybody that's out there. Let me get on my Instagram real quick.
Shout out to Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to YouTube. I think one better of this shit. Remember we used to have to watch TV?
Yeah.
Go get the TV guy. You don't know what's coming on TV. Go get the TV guy.
Yo, you
Then when the cable shit came out, they got TV guy channel.
They got ill with the TV guys and they started doing the two covers.
Yes.
TV guys is still shit.
TV guy. I see y'all coming in the building. Yes.
See my homie Buck in the building.
Yeah.
I ain't got my charge.
At the bar.
You don't?
Nah.
Yeah, we ain't got no iPhone charger.
Somebody.
Yeah, definitely something like that. iPhone. Yes, come in the building. We see it building up. Welcome,
Anwar. I see you, Anwar. Assalamu alaikum.
Hey. Welcome to the come on in the building. Welcome to the Podcraft Friday. Oh, there you go, Coach the Doctor. Yes, we got the
Oracle and
Podcraft.
You a legend. What are you doing like that, big dog? What are you doing like that? Podcraft. What happened?
Podcraft. Yes.
Yeah.
We are live with today gonna be one of them great epic shows.
Future classes.
The red and the blue pill.
Oh,
So
shut
the red
up.
pill today.
Hey.
You know they pioneers of this whole thing.
Yo, that's your cousins.
Yeah, that's
So
what
that's
I'm
it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's family. Don't it make sense now?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Pioneers of this.
Yeah.
Blog Talk Radio. They had over what you call it, impressions a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
It's like early 2000s.
Yeah, super early.
Wow.
Know the Ledge Radio.
Wow.
They used to play our music when I drunk too, yo.
The 2000.
Everybody used to be up there.
Wow.
We had all type of the illest guests. I promise you. I used to hold there's some up there
Right.
that's classic. I did one called a 30-year itch.
Right.
That's a classic about Saturn and his role in religion and the time clock. How everything back in 1982 was arriving to us in 2012 in some form or fashion.
Right.
82 is when they had the most horror movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Pilgrims definitely had a program. They had some shit that they was trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, I see y'all rolling in.
They said they can't. They said they can't hear.
You can't hear?
Mm-hmm.
Homie said y'all record this on the Obama phones.
Yeah.
Yo, where the mic at?
It's right here.
Which one did we go?
You did this.
You
You
this
go.
one? Okay. Ask them if they can hear me.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Podcraft week. Yeah, exactly. Those Frequency Fridays.
Good. Somebody
yeah.
had the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. We was too far from
Yeah.
I get it.
Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcraft. We are lifting off today. We have an epic. Y'all know this man. This legend is God. You know what I'm saying? Rashid. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna let it go because we're not gonna wait for the building to get all filled up. We just gonna just go straight in. I'm reading some of y'all comments in there. I see y'all getting ready. Word. So this is about to take off. Yo, listen. Clear your minds. Get your pad. Get your pen. Get your everything. Get your computer. Your anything you need to take down information to
They
keep
said
to
the audio
remind.
video was horrible.
Yeah.
So we know why it's the retrograde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of components. We gonna get it right. You know what I mean? You might gotta zoom in
Right.
like this. Boom.
Yeah.
Hello. So back in the day, you couldn't even see a nigga.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember back in the day? Niggas be acting like, you know what I mean? Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Come on. Back in the day, they ain't even have TV. Grandma and them used to sit up listening to the big stupid ass radio that take over the whole corner of the house. You heard?
Yeah.
Everybody be sitting there attentive. You better not say nothing when the radio show on.
Indeed.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I grew up before when there wasn't no motherfucking cell phones.
Right,
You
right.
lucky.
What you call it?
You lucky. Ghetto telepathy. That's what we had back in the day. Yeah.
Ghetto telepathy. Yeah. No cell phones. We had to write stuff down.
For real. For real. So what's good with the family? What's going on?
Man, everything is good, man, over here, man. We want to know what's good with you. We all good. But, you know, we want to take it to that high frequency.
Well,
you know.
High frequencies is cool, but I'm like a low frequency dude.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Low frequency is how you manifest things.
Right.
People be wanting to always, they talk about the high frequency. You need high frequency when you always consistently participate in lower frequencies.
Right.
Or after you've created or manifested something, then you go into your high frequency. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
But low frequency, it's like if you deal with physics, you know, which one is the higher frequency or which one is the lower one if we go into hot and cold. So why does the atoms, why does this can appear to be cold when I touch it? But it's being affected by the temperature and the movement of the atoms, which are very slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like extremely slow. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then people will be like this. When it gets mad hot, they can't wait for the low frequency to come on in the form of the atoms moving slow, in the form of them getting AC and getting cold. They go get low frequency stuff like ice and put inside of things to cool them off. You get what I'm saying? On a higher frequency, the atoms is like this, generating heat signatures like that. So these are just terms that people be saying that then you could get set up and caught up like that. You come into the game and you tell everybody, Sunset, the food truck is here. That's my man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm like, you can get all kind of frequencies, and it depends on what type of person you is.
Right.
Like for instance, you could be doing positive work like this, and you have clowns who will come up here to get serotonin boost by putting stupid comments in there to try to sound slick or to sound cute to strangers. None of these people know you.
Right.
So you do have an opportunity to say some real positive shit.
Right.
You heard?
Right.
But what if we was always on high frequency shit, right? And we wasn't able to educate people on the lower frequency who, I guess, acting crazy, whatever, and then a motherfucker choke you the fuck out like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that for the low vibe. So I'm like, you know, you could get all caught up into high frequency, low frequency. It's generally, and I don't want to get set up in that respect where you got people with false or unworthy expectations. You heard?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
Right.
Yeah. So we let the room. I mean, it's contacting everybody. I see it's building up. Coach Kadaka, shout out to her. Shout out to the craft room. Call it the craft room. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Vinny in the building. Trouble Man, what's up? He said, peace, my brother. Coach, I say K Smith, he said a legend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he is a legend, bro. And you gotta give your flowers now. Word, we in here. Oh, Rizzy said he in here. So as it builds up, we just gonna go in. Yeah, we're gonna go in. Yeah, this is all Brooklyn. All right, so tell us what part of BK.
Oh, I'm from downtown Brooklyn, from Clinton Hill.
Yeah. Clinton Hill. That's Brooklyn. That's best. That's best side.
The beginning of it, it's a part of it. But then if you go the other way, it's Fort Greene.
That's right.
You go the other way, you could be in Crown Heights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you say you don't like to call it.
I mean, because that side can be what you call it, opportunistic. To call it that, and it's actually not. But I see this. I see businesses promote their business on Nostrand Avenue, saying that they from Clinton Hill.
Right.
So I get it. So when it's circumstantial, when they want to sell, when they want to make it seem like their businesses in a very nice neighborhood, they say Clinton Hill. You heard?
Right.
So even on the news,
that's true.
That's true. Wicked shit happen.
Yeah.
So wicked shit happen, they're gonna say best style. If it's some good shit that say Clinton Hill.
Because Clinton Hill's flyer. It's like up with it, you know what I'm saying? Clinton Hills is that spot you go to BK and you stay in Clinton Hills, you're a little bit more class, you know what I mean?
It's nice.
It's nice. It's nice. Word. Straight up. Word. My cousin used to live over there. They said where AD at? AD can't control. We have Voltage in the building. Let me shout out Voltage. My bad, Voltage. Yeah. Word. It is retrograde, like you said. Could you tell us a little bit about retrograde?
They can Google that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even care about that shit.
Right.
You could teach somebody years about retrograde and all that shit, and they still gonna be stupid niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
It don't even make a difference. But it's when the planet Mercury go backwards.
Right.
And it appears to go backwards because it changes the trajectory in a sense, and then it has effect on communication, and things of that matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. So it's always, I say, this is when you check your traps twice. You know what I mean? So, if you do a hunter, you set up traps and go check them. You feel me?
That's fly, right? That's fly. Oh, we building up. Shout out to K9 in the building with the Royal Priesthood. That's in there.
I see they having fun in the comments.
Yeah. Yo, are they hearing? Can they hear?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, I was letting it build up. So, I know, and one thing that I really love is mysticism, and intrigued by it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a brother that build on that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Kabbalah, man. I know you know some the mysticism, Jewish mysticism. Tell us
Well, it's
and how it relates to mathematics.
Well, mysticism is mysticism is an appropriate term because it can cover the gambit of myth lore, things that people promulgate as myth to promote culture. Our culture is rooted in myth. Our spiritual technology is rooted in myth. Our culture is not history. They make history off of our culture. Our culture is not to find in fact and source history. I already created history. My duty is to add more to the myth. For real, word is mine. That's the play. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Kabbalah, it means to receive. So if you was to go to Israel and you buy something and they give you a receipt, it's gonna say the word Kabbalah on the receipt. Because it literally means that. Contextually, when you start putting it into other contrasts, if you get to talking about mystical traditions, then it speaks of another thing. You know what I'm saying? So people know about it then. But then a lot of people, in particular the unlearned, they are afraid of Kabbalah because they are afraid of white folks. So they think white folks is low-key smarter than them. And they think white folks made up rock and roll and made up pictograms and all that shit. They start mixing it all in. And then when they hear the term Kabbalah or even the term Jewish, right, they automatically have a colonizer in their mind, right? That just sits there
Yeah.
and just the colonizers just sitting there just chilling, you know, telling directing traffic in their mind, you know, for real. So I'm like, in these instances, this is one of the things where we always gotta, hopefully at some point, like try to create a distinction, you know what I mean, of actually what it is that we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Sound like I'm on the Killah Priest podcast.
Peace, Lord. Hey, what's up? Love and light. You heard. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Shukran. Walaikum salam. So, you know,
Right.
I know that's not what you're supposed to do. Answer the phone, but that's my little bro.
That's right.
Yeah, that's my little bro. So I answer the phone for my little bro because he could be calling me for anything.
Right.
So what happens is Black people is afraid of new concepts and unfamiliar places that they've never been, so they demonize it. And then it's better to be ignorant. That's a trend I found geographic to many places. Some places in the free world, unfortunately, have cultural iconography that the people, the grown ass men, have to be acting like they're extra tough and all of this. Then you get finger punches, you know, the thumb busting ass niggas on the thing. So I'm like, why is you even paying attention to spiritual stuff if you really on another one? You heard? You might be on some whole another, what you call it? You heard? So you should go do your play over there. You know what I'm saying? Like this, so you could get closer to the punches in your face. Because that's really what they be wanting.
Right.
After all the extra shit that don't got nothing to do with what we're doing. Then we get spoiled as African American people. They under the impression that no sound could be around us. Ain't nothing else going on around us. We supposed to be doing a service to them at the expense of all type of shit.
Right.
Don't nobody trying to give us nothing, none of that shit. You gotta ask these niggas to give you something. But they want everything to be perfect. They don't want to hear no sounds and none of this shit. They want shit clear. Yeah. Oh, all this so stupid ass shit. I'm like, yo, I remember when consciousness was to me was you had to listen to Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair, God bless the dead, on tapes. C. Freeman L., God bless the dead, on tapes. You heard? I remember listening to tapes. I wasn't interested in no niggas thinking that they tough and all them old fake monkey shit talking about you a gorilla and you get busy and all that stupid shit. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear my tapes. You feel me? So it's beautiful that we have arrived at such a location in the space right now that these amenities is even available. We can sit here and just look and people see us and we can talk and be like, yo, hey, you know, how you doing? How you feel? Are you feeling good? Do you feel good? How was your children? You know? Is the pilgrim on you?
There's a sound because it's going out my.
There's somebody on the other side.
Nah, but it's like the mic going out because I don't hear him in the mic. I hear him in the headphones like I did before.
Is it the sound going out? Okay.
Yeah, somebody said sound. Yo, could y'all hear him? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm yelling.
Yeah.
I'm going to make noise like this.
I don't hear him like I heard him before. Yo. Yeah, can y'all hear him? Oh, bro, it's a revolution. Go ahead, bro, just build. Because it might be the headphones. Yeah, go ahead.
So, you know,
sounds good. Yeah.
All right, we got to play it.
So, I'm always under the impression, to answer the question, what is Kabbalah? Jewish mysticism. And it means to receive, you know? And anyone who has a religion in the three branches of religion, they have a mystical system associated. Islamically, it's the Sufi. I'm a Sufi mystic from childhood. I was born, my name is Ahmed Abdullah Rashid. I didn't change my name in the penitentiary, none of that shit, or I ain't had to go to jail and get enlightened to get a righteous name, or none of that.
Right,
you feel me? Boom. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Christians also have a mysticism. It's called Gnosticism. Then we put the Islamic, Sufi, Christian, Gnostic, Judaic, Kabbalah, and then when we go and take a pulse of what they intend to do and how they do what they are doing as mystical systems, they all connected. They're all very connected, and they're very connected into this. What I say is, there's no such thing as God until man made that shit up and sat down and wrote down the shit in the book for control purposes. He did this shit to try to control other human beings, you heard? So religion is a product of man's imagination, right? So a lot of the terms and the concepts that come out of man's imagination have now, under the psychological tyranny of the non-melanated mind, has invoked a war on the planet in the realm of understanding. So if you go try to approach understanding, the thing that they try to assault you with is history. But he's the one with the guns and the bullets and the motherfucking bombs and all that shit. And he the one that writes down historical narrative. So I don't know nobody that learned any history in the Americas. You don't learn history until you get to college, my family. Yeah? Because in school they teaching niggas social studies. You finna learn about slavery for the rest of your motherfucking whole time in high school. You heard? Yeah. Tariffs and the Louisiana Purchase. Every fucking year, the Louisiana Purchase and the tariff laws and this and indentured servitude and all this stupid shit. No history or geography. You're never gonna. I had a sister on the podcast. You'll be doing a podcast too. Shout out to my podcast team, Time Machine at the Time Machine. Right?
That's dope. Time Machine.
Bro, the sister said she just came back from the Maldives. And I'm like, hold up. Don't just say that and don't act like I know what the fuck you talking about. What the fuck is the Maldives? And then she broke it down. And I was like, look at this shit, man. Look how they didn't teach us none of that, but I can recall the Boston Tea Party. What the fuck the Boston Tea Party got to do with me? Yeah? So the assault on the consciousness comes in the form of you trying to find yourself in history, and you can't. There is no written history for me. My history has no beginning nor end. You heard? When I started writing it down as far as religion, I was telling people to do what the fuck I told them to do. You heard? A lot of the religious doctrines that people got in the form of books, and I would say in particular the Torah, have nothing to do with no history whatsoever or nobody. You heard? It's mistranslated on purpose by the colonizer to fudge and make use of the 4 to 5 different things that each word in Hebrew could mean. You heard? For real. So the Shakespeare is no different to me than Ibn Arabi. To me, they ain't contemporaries. You heard? I'm not finna be talking about nobody's book. Yeah. And where your book came from and all that, we're not doing that. You heard? Because he ain't paid me for it. You feel me? They got to pay me for that. You feel me? You need to talk about some shit. You feel me? Like that. But I'm like this. Shakespeare was a group of people. You heard? It was a theme. You heard? It was a concept that comes out of the ancient corpus of manipulating humans through what I call pomp and circumstance and performance art. So we used to do it in Kim as well. So it was one of the ways that the leadership could inaugurate and introduce new myths to the people. They would come out and do a play to play the myth out for them. So when the myth is not instituted in the in the behavioral construct and the things that you're supposed to be, So I'm like, whoever knew that the world would be interactive? All of a sudden, everybody want to interact with the myth. You could finger punch, and you could talk about what you think you know. Yeah. And then you could have a station in some place, but you still is writing post the biblical text. So nobody's writing no new Bibles. And it's saying the lessons that the black man rewrite the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah every what? 25,000 years, right? So I'm like this. Where's people at with the new narratives? If you have license to create new narratives, a lot of people that they don't see the need to control others no more with doctrine. It's already been done for you. Now the pigs, the jury, the judge, the building, the courts, and all that shit is operating myths that's mistranslated myths, bro. Yeah, promise you. So you'll never catch me sitting up having no. That's why I'm undebatable. There's nobody smarter than me to debate me about no shit dealing with religion, because the first thing you're gonna do as a black person is to be the post-slave that the cracker made you, that you is lost in the sauce, took the shackles off. Now, the only thing you can do now is try to find yourself in history that already happened. Yeah. Show me what you do in the future based off of what you know that you did in the past. That's the prerequisite to what it is to live. They got a lot of people wasting their whole fucking time with niggas running around for the rest of their life with history, dead shit. Yeah? If you really got enthused by that, go over there and take a bite out of the pyramid. Yeah? That's what Dr. Sabi used to say. I heard him say that on the what you call it, on the shout out to God bless him. I heard him say that before. Or the thing, go, you love the pyramids and the ancient myths, but y'all don't love yourself in real time. Go bite the pyramid and eat that. Then, since you're so enthused and involved in history. Because after a while, who you gonna tell that to? The little kids is killing each other in the street right now. The little niggas don't want to hear nothing about no history until they get to the jail. So how you gonna get to them? They gotta go to the jail first, then you start sending them history? Get the fuck out of here. You heard? They need the mystery. They need to know how to manipulate the mystery and to manipulate space-time and to manipulate other humans. And manipulate ain't a bad word. Abuse is a bad word. But they're not even teaching the kids no rhetoric or how to have no game. Once they run out of game, then they run out of ways to fight, and then they go get a gun. And now 2 people dead. One nigga's a living dead, the other one is deader than the motherfucker. You heard 2 for 1. Looking for history. Get your ass out of here with that bullshit. Yeah, I deals with the mystery. I know all historical narratives to be rooted in myth. I can take a pulse of the myth. I can tell the geography of the people, and I can tell you the use for that myth. And why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why in certain myths do they employ the use of rivers that are either infested by crocodiles? And why does the myth, when they stand at the waters, they have discussions about what is the moral rectitude of whatever they discussing or whatever's going on, and then something gets cast in the water and devoured, and then the human has to prove why did that even happen, and then have life everlasting after that, standing on the principle of truth. You could go in multiple cultures. You heard? Multiple cultures. Any culture that tells you that it's two pillars at the porch of anything that you're walking into. You can find this in ancient African cosmology. You can find they got this where the monkey is holding up 2 bronze pillars, bro, that keep the heavens alive. So when I hear masonry, and then I hear a nigga talking about masonry and talking about this and that and all that, I'm like, shut your dumb ass up. because you don't know what the fuck you talking about, and you never been a Mason. So I be like, a lot of niggas be talking about masonry, and they ain't Masons. Shut your stupid ass up and stop saying that we been was Masons, but you not one, and then you can find evil in masonry and all this. The only evil in masonry is the pilgrims in it. You know, yo, man, we can go there. We can go there, but there's so much to explore when you take the pulse of what does the word archetype mean? When you see an archetype, you participate with the archetype. And a lot of people is really slow, bro. You can tell that they don't know nothing because the first time they hear some information, they want to associate what they already know, right, with something that they think is going to make us think that they smart. Thumb and popping, thumb popping. You need to shut the fuck up and just chill right now. You know what I mean? And get what we saying. Try to learn you something. Word is bond. For real. So nothing is original to the devil, not even evil. The devil can't even make up evil, bro. You heard? So these is all things of God. You heard? All things of God. The white man had never made nothing original. You heard? Nothing. Nothing, not even evil is original to him. You feel me? So then what are we talking about? You heard? I'm not no personage in the Bible. Nobody in the Bible ever existed. And it is impossible. And there is no proof that nobody in the Bible existed. Nobody. There's no empirical data to support that none of you niggas neither was in the Bible. I know you be wanting to be in the Bible so motherfucking bad. You was like, oh no, I was a kid and they was over here, they was walking right here. I know where they was at right here because I can tell in this text and the codex of this text it's in the British Museum under the blanket and all this shit. Then we go there and shut your stupid ass up. For real. Promise you, learn you some myths. My people religion is myths, not history. Ain't no facts. Word is bond.
Wow, that's rich, heavy thought, Lord. That's heavy. Wow. Why do you think they be acting like that?
Post-slavery, they ain't got nothing else to do. You heard? Poor baby. Forgot you the father of civilization. Now you the turn to the baby of civilization. You need a book. Like a baby need a motherfucking, what you call it? What's that shit? A bottle to nurse your ass to sleep. You heard? Keep transforming biblical text to make it blacker and blacker and blacker until your dumb ass then forgot that you was even enslaved. You put yourself, I'm like, it's very creative. You know, place yourself in places that you need to be, man. For real. Put yourself where you need to be. Because they done took you out of that shit. For real.
Right.
Promise you.
Right. Yeah, we gotta fix the mic. Yeah, because it keeps going in and out. Somebody else gotta fix the mic. Which one? Take yours. Yeah. I think it's yours because yours going in and out.
Number 2.
Yo.
I'm gonna give you this one. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, there you go.
Yo.
Yo.
Y'all got shorts in
Yeah.
here. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Yo. Nah, that's some shit.
No, AD.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave that shit right there.
Exactly. Word.
For real.
So okay, we loaded in. All right. So you were saying that in post-slavery that got us thinking of that one.
Yeah. Post-slavery, because could you imagine 400 years of servitude and church every Sunday, rape, pillage, separating families, you heard? This cracker's lying, and the worst shit ever, the most devious lie ever, is that black people is cursed. This is why I don't fuck with the three religions. I only use religion as a tool amongst the unrighteous. You heard? It's a tool to justify why you have to have a sword. That's why. That's it. You heard? And the skillful use of a sword. But I'm not finna be indulging myself in worrying about no deity created in the book. Because I know what that's about. But I still will respect people participating in it. You heard? However, this is what made me be like, you know what? Homie, why are you saying that all three religions, I'm speaking of all three religions, why are you saying that black people is cursed in all three religions? And it's go ask an imam, go ask a Christian preacher, and go ask the rabbi, rabbinic figure. And they got a whole litany of what they would call a historical narrative to justify through ecclesiastic means why you is cursed. You heard? That's in the book. They say that black people is cursed because somebody see they pops dick while they pops was drunk. Now, fuck religion after that. All black people use a stupid nigga still trying to make the religion black as a motherfucker. No, I'm a black this, I'm a black this, no. You know we really is the black ones, we the first ones. Get your dumb ass out of here. You cursing yourself? Did you curse yourself? Oh, now you niggas got cursed by mistranslation. You just learned how to read 150 years ago in the U.S., in the Americas. You only got 150 to 170 year reading legacy in the wilderness of North America. You heard? So I don't know who the fuck you think, who books is you reading? You heard? Where's the critical thinking? How could you indulge yourself in even participating? I cannot, in my mind, foresee create no lecture series or even going to teach people about no black shit in the Bible. That shit is fake. You heard? The only blackness in the Bible is the phonemes, the phonetic constructs, as well as the Mesopotamian and the Euphrates people who brought West African omen readings over into the region. What you're reading, and you call it a Hebrew, you're hearing concepts and sounds that's attributed to Sumerians and Akkadians who brought with them African modalities of divination into their region. And then you get the Akkadians who, so if you get into cuneiform, the name for the letter that you see is different from the word that you hear. What kind of mind fuck is that? So you calling this letter this, but it's not the same way that we would employ words. So we calling this letter right here, Alpu, Alpu, right? Aleph means ox, Alpu, ox, all that shit. Boom. Then when you see it employed in the text, it might have a whole different connotation. So now you lost in the source. So now they can make and fudge and play with your concepts. And they say, yo, guess what? Let's fuck the book off. I just got a new hustle. This shit just came down the pipe for me. They just said that we can go to Africa and just snatch people and put them on these ships. Yeah, and you can get them niggas over there and they're alive. We can get them niggas scared to death of a book. And then we can get the people in the book over there to justify this atrocious shit by just telling them that all them niggas is cursed. Because one of their ancestors seen their daddy dick when it was drunk and naked. Yeah. So then that's why I'll be like, yo, no nigga with religion or no nigga trying to find himself in the Bible smarter than me. You can't fuck with me. Nobody has ever been able to. You remember they was doing all the debates. There's no nigga smarter than me. You heard? To debate me. I don't debate niggas, little niggas with religion. You heard? Or your emotional desire to place Egypt in the Bible. Your ass is crazy. your emotional desire to place yourself in certain texts as a king or a lineage of kings. It's a known fact that, bro, you can go and find people lying their ass off saying that they was connected to kings, given the same kings list within spans of 25 to 2,000 to 2,500 years apart. Niggas still lying. So it wasn't no books. So people's running around with oral traditions. Like, you ask a nigga where they from. Oh, I'm from. Nigga, I'm from. Ask me where I'm from. I'm about to tell you. I'm from the royal lineage of this one. Boom, boom, boom. It's Star Wars, man. My planet is tattooing, and we have 2 moons and all this shit. 2 suns on my planet, and boom, 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 boom. Star Wars. You heard? Come on. So we would like to, back to the young people that get fucked off in the streets. You get fucked off in the street, and you don't even know that the world has been black and brown. They've been conspiring against you since the inception of them desiring to colonize you. And as a result of it, they will spare no expense to lie to you and create all kind of concepts and all this religious shit. You can't even speak around religion without people getting emotionally involved. There's some Christians that will, they got some tough Christians. You heard?
Yeah, I've been saying it.
They got tough Christians.
Yeah.
Them niggas will put their hands on you. You heard? Talking about their religion, and all that. So the gist of it is the books that I write, the book Dog Star Hip Hop in particular, is it's about the West African's role, in the constructing of religious text.
Say that again, so I and the audience can hear that. Say that again. That's a bomb right there. That's a bomb. Word. Wow.
So
well, oh,
yeah. So religion is one of them things, you know.
Yeah.
So, boy, we lit over here.
Yeah, we lit. This is going down.
That's right. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, let's go. So let's go. And let me stimulate you with something, because this, you know, I want to really be able to.
Yeah. We're gonna go in. Like you were saying,
they drink beer in Africa.
Yeah.
These niggas ain't even built from the island.
Right.
They drink beer in Africa.
They call it liquid bread.
Yeah, liquid bread. They drink beer with blood in it. You niggas ain't even built like that. You heard? So everybody went from Africa's time to drink the blood with the beer.
Right.
Everybody like Dracula until it's time. You heard?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why that's the Pilgrim is something else.
Right.
He took our original practice, which is ecstasy. The original religion of the old is ecstasy. It's sacrificing goats and sheep and looking at their innards and their intestines for divination reasons, divinatory purposes. And then the cultural morphology that transformed into Jesus being sacrificed. And that's Mary had a little lamb. It's the same thing, bro. And then they cut him on the side to examine his entrails according to the ecstasy ritual. So niggas think they know everything, but you the white man's baby. You heard? You have to vacillate all your shit through religious dialogues and lies and shit like that. You heard?
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I'll be like this. You gotta get, if anybody intends to be a teacher to to humans, you gotta have universal teaching. And if you teaching about culture, you ain't never gonna have a choice. You're gonna always be speaking about the ancient culture of the planet. So when you direct this information, it has to go to universal crowds.
Right.
African Americans be on the internet clowns. You heard?
Indeed.
Niggas is clowns in all caps.
Right.
You heard?
Indeed.
For real.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. It's even cats scared of voodoo. You know what I mean? Explain to us what is
Voodoo is a religion. It's a way of life. It's a culture, people's culture that's connected to their practices through language and reality. I do not have expertise in that realm, and I'm scared to talk about some shit I don't know about. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't talk about.
That's
Yeah.
That's respect.
For real.
That's respect. Remind me of kind of look like Raekwon a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Raekwon, bro. Shout out to Raekwon. Yeah. So, when you're dealing with the body and dealing with the what's the two? Mind, body, and the spirit, right?
Okay.
All right. And dealing with where we at today, how do one connect back to the source of it? You know what I mean?
But definitely ain't gonna be finger punching on the internet and going to look at some niggas to go. These niggas is worse than they it's really their mama fault. You heard? Because what happens is you're looking for some nigga to teach you something, and you want a nigga to talk to you how your daddy was supposed to talk to you. But your mama chased him away. So you find this on the internet, right? The internet, right?
Yeah.
Niggas be I would never waste my time to be like this. I'm your teacher. Come over here, fuck with me. I'm on to the next one. You heard?
Right.
I used to go upside niggas' heads when I was a child.
Right.
You heard? That's a matter of public record. You heard?
Yeah.
Promise you.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
The air dudes be talking all this shit, finger bumping on the internet. You ain't never put your hands on no white people.
Yeah.
You ain't never put your hands on no white folks. You never did nothing to them. You heard?
Right.
Why would you go out of your way to be like this? So I'm like, you know what? I don't like the volatility.
Yeah.
And then I'm like punks.
Yeah.
Because I got a complex against them. Because they got a complex against us. So you as a man can't even speak. Niggas don't know that we're speaking over a mariachi band. Son of them doing art over here. They automatically, because they saw, think that we yelling at them. You heard?
Yeah, exactly.
So they want to create a punk.
Right.
And then get other punks to be like this. Right. Am I the only one that feels like a punk? Because son is talking strong. Yeah. Like my daddy shit up before my mama ran him off.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they really want to say, bro. Promise you. You heard? For real.
Wow.
Word is bomb.
That's Shaquita, you want to come sit down with us? Yo, I got ODB daughter here, man.
That's a blessing.
This is a blessing. Yeah, you sit right there. Right. Sit there with us. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Let me come in real quick. Word.
This is royalty, right?
Yeah, royalty.
Yes.
We have ODB, one of his daughters. Oh, man. Yeah, you can take it right there.
I did this one to the kids so we can have them readjust it because it got a short.
Yeah. We in the building. Yeah. Oh man. So how you been? You got a little. You grew up.
Yeah, I'm not big anymore. I'm still big in family.
Right.
Yeah, I am a beautiful young woman now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you take care of yourself. I see that.
Oh, I got to, especially then with this whole COVID thing, you got to take care of yourself.
Right.
Eat healthy, eat natural. Whatever herbs people gotta take your herbs, spices.
That's what we're building on. Tell us something about, because I know you was in that famous picture when y'all went to welfare. Tell us about that day when you were your pops, ODB.
Which picture?
one when he had the when he went for the
Oh, the welfare.
yeah, the welfare,
Oh,
yeah.
when we was heading to.
yeah.
Everybody always want to know.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually my mom's welfare card. And
Oh.
my father, he just put his photo on there.
Right.
So tomorrow was like, damn, she's looking for us. She still got the card itself.
Right.
And he wanted people to know that he wasn't fake. So he was like, hop in the limo, let's go pick up our food. You know?
Right.
Because, yeah, we definitely was receiving it. That was keeping us sustained while he started making the bid. So,
Right.
STMs, quick, thank you very much. So,
Right. Oh, that's good. So what are you doing now? You got some like some shoes?
Yeah, tons of stuff. Well, I started myself. I have a LLC called Nadeja, and underneath is Mace Patches, and I'm creating a t-shirt line. I don't want to put too much out yet, but it's going to be a lot different than what other people have seen. The designs itself is going to come in popping off the shirt in a way. That's what I'm going to say about it, and that will be coming this year.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, called Mace Patches.
That's beautiful. Maze patches. Okay. Well, you just stick a we in a heavy bill right now. This is Hey Rashid. Yeah, exactly. So you can stick around and we can share some thoughts. I want to go back to AA Rashid right now and have you around. Just keep on building on what you're building on. Right. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm really honored. I feel really honored to have you right here.
Yeah.
This is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Word is mine.
What's that? Well, we say, yeah. Why you say
Yeah.
You just say
Crazy.
Yeah. You
So
say,
I guess we could
yeah, teach the babies.
So I remember.
You're in the baby no more.
Yeah, I'm technically still a baby to my mama. So.
Hey, there you go.
I remember. See this one.
Retrograde. Yeah, you just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, tell about that. Yeah, go ahead. Yo, it's retrograde, yo. That's so much. Hey, we back. My bad.
Type beat up.
Yeah. Yo. Yeah, it just happened.
I want to act right now.
Like right here, Lord. Just.
Yo.
Yeah, you back.
For real. And I remember the first time I met your dad was in Brooklyn on Fulton Street, and he had the Q45, the Infinity at the time when it just came out, and he was looking for a barbershop. I asked him where the barbershop was at. I took him to Brother Mike's barbershop right there in St. James, and he was in the whip playing his own music. You heard loud, feeling himself, and I was like, "That is such a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too." So I'm like this. That is such a lit experience for me. In my, everybody like that, the hip hop stories and whatnot. Your dad is a legend. So was you as well.
Yeah.
Word up.
Man. So where we were? Oh man, we was going through so much.
The thing about it is, shout out to your brother AD.
Yeah, he's not here.
AD not here today because AD is going to get his bag. He went to get a bag somewhere. You heard?
Yeah,
It's like this. So I know everybody misses my brother AD.
This is the second time we did it Friday, so it's all new that we're doing these days.
No question. That's good that your brothers is improvising and didn't allow nothing to stop their flow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. I think he's in the building. Is he in Voltage?
I see.
Oh, okay. And then people play up his name.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So look, where did we go? How do we elevate ourselves to a deeper level?
But it's really an individual thing. People say we all the time. Sometimes we is French. Everybody can come with you on your journey to become the better version of who you are. And then we do ourselves a disservice in any respect by culturally thinking that everybody is culture just because you black and you look like me and we might dress in hip hop and all that we on the same type of time, and we not. You know? So the best thing that people need to do, especially the young people, I'm talking to young people that need to be in the free cipher, that is also, they fuck around and they at risk from incarceration and mental health shit, you heard? And poverty. So how do you speak to them? And the way you speak to them is they have to learn how to empower themselves. You heard? How to empower yourself is to get you a few dollars. You heard? When I was a kid, I never in my whole life would ever make a comment on a computer to no nigga that I don't know, with knowing it's a bunch of money outside. Word is bond. And then there's people that fuck around and can see what you, that know you and be like, that ain't even you.
Right.
I know you ain't talking smack because these the same niggas that do all of this, the finger smacking on the thing. Yeah. That's why when we do our podcast, I love this podcast. I love your platform. You brothers is brilliant for even doing this. But we're not doing this shit unless we're doing it on Patreon.
Right.
You're going to have to pay to play with us.
Right. Indeed.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay to play. This is free play.
Yeah.
So play free, play in the traffic with your mama and them. Word is mom. You heard?
Right.
Yes. Say the drama for your mama.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's be respectful too.
Nah, they can't disrespect. Can't no strange nigga disrespect me.
Right.
So I'm like this. It's when I do my lives,
right.
I have like curated my crowd over a time period.
Yeah.
That I have, like I got a block list that's crazy. Blocks. You heard? Like blocks. I'm an expert blocker. Yeah, right. I'm blocking the shit out your stupid ass. Right? Boom. So then I curated the crowd. So when I do my lives, I actually don't look at comments.
Right.
You know? Because what it does is sometimes you have to, so you get a pulse of who you're talking to.
Right.
But many people are under the impression that this is, some people who are intelligent, they would call this a consciousness podcast, where you could come here to learn about things. But I found the autonomy of the computer and the anonymous nature of the interaction, you bring degenerates and people who don't really love themselves or give a fuck about black people at all. It's a serotonin boost for derelicts, and it ties back to their paternal and their maternal upbringing. It's developmental psychology. You see, we all here positive, we doing positive things. I don't know nobody doing all of this type of stuff you doing, King. You a legend. You're also one of the people that helped to influence us, bro, to do our podcast. We can't wait to have you on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Boom. So I'm like, back to the youth. Hopefully, it's a damn shame that it's people here that's not here for that.
Yeah.
They here to play.
Yeah.
You heard?
Touch it. Yeah, there you go.
Could I put my opinions?
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, from what I see, I'm 30 years old, and my maturity levels they're higher, and that's from me observing how people are with social media. So when it comes to social media, I kind of feel like it's making people want to act in different ways. Like like this whole cyberbullying, which is a big problem. People want to, I'm gonna curse you out, I'm gonna do this, but back in the old days, we met each other. Well, I can't say back in my old days because I was dating back in my old days, but it was more face to face. I feel like social media is kind of making it like too much internet, and it's messing with people's minds. Like there's no intellectual when it comes to social media. You do learn a lot from social media, but people's pulling away from doing their own research, looking at news articles, looking up the different sources. They're looking at social media as like everything. And that's where the problem comes in at. Like no one is educating themselves. School is a big problem. No one's really going to school. No one, like with young people, they need to learn how to build. They're so used to seeing what's around them that they get stuck into that one little ideology, and they stick there. That's like people in Brooklyn or people in just the hood. They stick there. They don't ever want to move, get out of there, build, create businesses, entrepreneurship, nothing. And I think it really starts from educating yourself. sometimes you can trust, sometimes you can't. Reading books, and that's what we need to start doing. Reading more books, learning about things. Because a lot of things you're not gonna learn in school. Let's face it, that's and our brows schools they're covering up a lot that we
Yeah, bad. The counter?
Little Tokyo.
Yeah, Little Tokyo, yeah.
I'm down for the counter. It's not far though.
Okay. Yeah.
So the move right here, yo.
Yeah, come
Oh, move over here.
You be in the middle.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, you. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to sit right here?
No,
Is
yeah,
that-
sit
am
here.
I?
Are we back on already?
Yes.
All right. So y'all know that it's retrograde, right? Oh, there we got 200. Okay, they coming in. Yeah, that was retrograde. But but we have AA Rashid back Monday. That'll be dope. Okay, Quita. Oh man, yes, yes. This is Dirty Youngest daughter, right? The young. This is ODB youngest daughter, and she got stuff going on right now. She was dropping jewels. It was beautiful to hear you drop jewels like that.
Yeah, I was. I just forgot where I was at. No, what I was saying.
It was the internet. I was always saying stuff like people don't even communicate no more. You know what I mean? Because
Texting.
just texting, right? My son and they're a little older, and it's almost like they don't even talk to their friends. Like everybody's they text. They do more texting than anything.
Yeah, and honestly I hate that. Like me, I'm old fashioned. I like to talk on the phone, but people who so used to texting, it's kind of like
So
am I close?
make sure our mic on. Yeah, I wasn't coming in. Go ahead. Talk.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
that.
Yeah, and it's like texting is just it's taking away people's emotions because when you send a text, it's like it's bland. You never know how a person feels, so it's like. Personally, I just don't like texting. I'd rather be able to see you face to face, hear your voice, be able to,
Right.
use those senses. We got senses for a reason. We can't use senses through a phone. I can't do anything but video chat. But I'm all that electronics, all of that radiation. I'd rather just see you in person so I can avoid all of that.
Right, indeed. Shout out to is AD in the building because everybody's saying peace. Yeah, shout out to AD coming to laugh at. Nah, shout out to A Dizzle. Somebody asks you, man.
No, I am not married.
Oh my goodness, I'll pull it up. Yeah, come on, Ben Frank. Yeah, Brooklyn in the building. Yeah,
I'll pull the mics in.
Yeah, exactly. Pull the mics in. So I'll go a little closer. Yeah, exactly.
That's better.
Way better.
Thank you. I got you.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week anyway. Yeah, and then building on that social media and stuff like that, and we got to just get back in tune to source. You know what I mean? And connect with the source. I only came back just to hear some more about you. Just to tell us some more stories. Me and your pops was like this. You know what I mean? Always. Man, out in LA. Yeah, out in LA, we always had the greatest times and stuff like that. So did you finish telling us the story tell us another story about you and your pops. What do you remember about them?
Well, since I was the youngest, a lot of my stories are boring compared to my sisters and brothers because they have a lot more to tell.
Yeah.
But I remember one time it was around it was for his birthday. His mom had planned a birthday at Park Slope for him.
Right.
And he was like, Shaquita, I want to walk home with you. And I'm like, why you want to walk home? Because usually we just drive to his mom's house. And I'm like, why you want to walk home? So I'm like, oh, that what happened?
Right.
Then he was just like, are you a virgin? I was like, and I was 13 years old at the time. So I'm like, and
your pops actually, hey, that's 100.
Yeah.
That's 100.
And
ODBO.
I told him the truth. No, I wasn't at the time,
Right.
And thank you.
Wait a minute. Oh, you said no? Oh, you are.
Yeah, I was not a virgin at the time.
But yeah.
So it was kind of weird to have to tell him that.
Yeah.
Especially like that being daddy. Like if he's speaking to mommy, you could be more open about. He's speaking to daddy. It's kind of like some things is kind of what talk to your daddy about,
Right.
But he was just like, okay, let's go. And I was like, what was that about? Maybe like as a father, he sensed something. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know if this is like a men's I can't say maternal instincts, but whatever that would be. But maybe he sensed something about me. He was like, okay, you know what? We need to have this talk.
Right.
But
Right.
that scared the heck out of me, and I'll never forget that.
Wow. That's that's real.
Yes.
That is real. Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah. So it's just like sometimes people I didn't want to sit down, want to talk with you, but he was just right out. You a virgin? Are you? So it was just kind of like, damn, give me a time to just get into it.
What was the reaction? Did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him. I told him, yeah. Well, I told him no, I wasn't a virgin.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
then he was just like, okay. And then we kept walking. So
right. Yeah,
and it was pure silence after that.
Right. Yeah.
It was awkward.
Yeah, because you'd have been. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, but I guess that's
Let's
what
get
happens.
back more bright. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's what happened. Shout out to the chat room. I see y'all coming back in. We're not gonna be here this long. We just came back on just to because she's here. You know what I'm saying? And AA Rashid is gonna be back Monday. Yeah, Voltage is right here. Shout out to AD in the building. What are you working on now? What you got?
So we have these sneakers. FP Footwear made them.
Okay.
And it's
Shout out to
dirty
Jason.
bastard. Y'all see these?
Yeah.
Y'all see these?
Yeah.
These are hardcore. There's two other colors, blue, and they have a black one. It's like black and the khaki look. It's and they mad comfy. Got the soles with it. They mad comfy. So I'm like, y'all need to get y'all up here. FPfootwear.com. Check these out. I'm telling you, they mad comfy. I got 2 pairs.
Oh, you got 2 pairs? What's your favorite?
Yes. The black and the tan ones, because I rock a lot of black and tan.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah, you and your moms is twins. I'm talking to our moms.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So there you have it, man. It's right there. What's the site they can order?
FPfootwear.com. Just FP.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm shouting y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, we don't have any sound effects. It's real right now. We don't have that soon. Yeah, exactly. We used to have the but Voltage, you do a great job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keeping this thing moving on. Guess Sue backed out of this one.
Oh no, I'm right here. I'm just making sure everything's running.
Lights went down.
I'm back.
Lights went down.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Making sure everything's running smoothly.
Yeah.
That's all, but I'm back.
Okay. All right. Long live the soul. All right. I just want to tell y'all that tune in for Monday. That's how we're going to do it. We're just going to do it like that. Tune in for Monday. We have AA Rashid coming back, returning, and we're going to get it in. We're going to get it in. We're definitely going to get it in. I saw people in the chat room say things, and that's good, man. Just interactions and talking back to y'all. Remember, keep a positive. It's retrograde, so stay safe. Stay on point. You heard of retrograde?
No, I haven't.
Man,
that's why I'm just like, what's retrograde?
You can look that up. It's like during these times, I think Mercury starts spinning the other way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everything's off. Yeah, everything's just off. It's right is left, left is right. Green means stop, red means go. It's weird. It be affected. Yeah, throw people off. And it's gonna I think it's gonna be one of the longest lasting ones. That's what they said. You can check it out, and we'll talk about it later. Yo, thank you for coming. One more thing? Yeah, say one.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Metaphysics91. Metaphysics with a S 91. Yes, because I'm metaphysics. Hey. So I write poetry. I like to combine science, the universe. I combine it all. Maybe one day I'll do something for y'all. But
I want to hear a poem. I gotta hear one poem.
Okay. I got you.
We gotta hear a poem before we go out.
Yes.
You want to take us out with a poem?
I got you right here. I got poems all on my thing.
Yo, this is gonna be y'all hear it here first. ODB's youngest daughter.
Yes.
Nice poem.
So give me 1 second to find. I'm gonna say the one that I did at my father's tribute. We just did an Old Dirty Bastard tribute last November, and that one I just gotta find it.
Shout out to Gregory Shannon, Southward, Ben Frank in the building. I see I came back. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Aurora Borealis.
I got this one. It's the one that I said at my father's the tribute. Now, I'm metaphysics. I speak about the nation of Islam because my father taught me to. I'm one who is many, but to him I'm plenty. He gave me that knowledge to teach to all of the daughters that the black queen is earth and we are its mothers. I seek, I speak, I only repeat what he tells me. He lives on an astral plane. You see him pure as day. He's a cosmic rays. He is the speed of light. He seep within your brain. He compromises a person's soul, makes you feel emotions that you've never known. Old Dirty Bastard was the binary trigger, designed to fire when the enemy got closer. He spoke the truth and sometimes ruthless, but he never gave no excuse. He was the light in shining armor who spit fire on most of your fathers. And if you're my age, you're probably too young to remember of how many people who weep tears in the month of November. But he's still here. He's the RGB colors that surrounds us. So let's play his tune and know that he's here forever. That was it. Yeah. Thank you.
That was dope. I didn't know you spit like that. Right? That's
Yeah, it runs in the family.
hey, that's it, man. Oh, oh man. Oh, shout oh man, everybody, man. That's dope. All right. Yeah, this is it. So I want to say peace. Thank y'all for coming through. Remember, keep everything healthy. Keep love first. You know what I mean? And everything else.
Yes.
Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Learn your knowledge.
That's right. Do one.
Learn your wisdom, learn your understanding. All three of that, and you're good to go.
Hey,
That's all I got to say.
Man. Little 30.
Yes.
All right, peace.
Peace.